he's actually made a change in, I don't know what you would call the style. It's like a hip hop jazz, a hip hop jazz between, it's like his trio that he had at the time with Derek Hodge and what's the drummer? Can't think his name. I'm just probably because I'm tired. But he had a cold trio, man, and together they created a whole new sound that everybody's kind of like imitating. Or it's spread, which I thought being an innovator, that was a great thing. I remember how I met Glasper. We were in London. He was playing Ronnie Scott's. He was on his last night of Ronnie Scott's, and I came in to play my first night right after him. So I got there the night before my first night, which was his last night. And I found out he was playing, so they set up tickets for me to get there. And he actually set up tickets because he found out that I called the club. Said, yo, I want y'all to set me up a table. So I want to come check Robert out and hopefully meet him. So word got to Robert, and he was like, tell Frank to come on down, make sure we take good care. So I got there, and we laughing in the back, cracking up, man, just laughing, clowning. And I ended up sitting somewhere in the audience where nobody could see me once the show started. And I told Rob, I said, man, my favorite song by you is Rise and Shine. Never forget it. Because I was a Robert Glasper fan when he was at Blue Note, before Black Radio thing ever took off.
Right.
Before it was even a thought, And or before it was a shared thought, because who knows how long he's had that idea. But it's funny because, Rob, his humor is really dry on stage. So he gets out there, they get ready to play, and he says, you never know who's in the audience, right? And he goes into playing Rise and Shine. He played the first tune of that night was my favorite tune, which I really appreciated. Chris Dave was the drummer. Chris Dave, Derek Hodge, and Robert. So together they created a sound, So, he plays one or two songs. He says, yeah, blah, 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 talking about whatever. He said, you just never know who's in the audience. And goes into the next tune, right? And everybody is like, what is he talking about, right? So finally, he starts playing Superwoman, Stevie Wonder joint, Wherever You and I Needed You. And he says, you never know who's in the audience. And he starts playing, and he gets halfway through the tune, and he looks over at me, and he grabs the mic and shakes it like that. And I'm like, okay, I know what that means. So I get up from the audience, and I start walking to the stage. And when the people realized it was me, they were like, they went nuts, right? So he's sitting at the grand piano, and then I sat at the rows side by side, and I got the microphone, and we killing this room, killing Ronnie Scott. That's how I met Robert Glasper. Yeah, that's how I met Robert. Yeah, but I'm proud to see that he's established the sound. He's established something, and then on top of that, not only that, and once again, we're talking about versatility, he goes from establishing a sound with musicians to establishing a whole nother sound with urban singers, Right. Then on to soundtrack work, the Miles Davis joint, he's gotten the Grammys and the Oscars, and it's good to see him, in the position he's in. He's worked hard for it, he went to school for it, he was a Berkeley graduate. And it's crazy because I hear Berkeley graduates saying that they studied me while they were in school. And I'm like, are you just like blowing smoke? Are you studying me and you going to Berkeley? So right. It was Robert. It was what was the Japanese? Hiromi. Hiromi was one. She's awesome. Japanese female keyboardist. You gotta check her out, Hiromi. Very technical. I watched her and Chick at the Tokyo Jazz Festival some years back. And they did the double piano thing like Herbie and Chick did in the 70s. But she was another one that said that she studied me while she was at Berkeley. I've had so many Berkeley musicians say that they studied my work while they were going to school, a music school. And I have to take it as an honor, because at one time I was thinking, okay, they just talking. But when you got different musicians, different ages, and different years coming to you saying, I must be doing something right. I wasn't given those cards. I didn't get that deck to play. going to college. My college was the streets of Cleveland, Ohio, and that's why I went to school. That's why I went to school, man. 3 lessons in the streets. So it's an honor when the educated comes to you and say, "I studied you." Rose Ferrante, we did a fundraiser together at a school in Pasadena, and he wrote out Achievement Future Love. Now, my reading and writing, I'm as literate as they come. I'm decent with it. I can get through a chart if I need to. I've never been the greatest when it came to reading or writing it down, but it's here. That's what matters. And it comes out here and here. That's what matters. But Russell, he wrote out the changes to future love, and he came to me and was like, "This is great work." Forever Marcellus, when we did Love Stories in '98, he came to me and said it's time to do an album. Well, I had already demoed Love Stories at home. I put the demos out, 1996, 97 Love Stories demos, right? I released them recently. But all of that stuff, Love Stories was recorded way, before I didn't even know I was going to sign to Columbia Records, right? But I gave him all the tracks that I had. He sat down and wrote out every single part, every single song. And he said, "Man, this is great work. This is great work." So for those of you out there that want to go to school and can't go to school, don't let it stop you from doing what you need to do on this earth, man. It's in you. And I say jokingly and in fun, Ray Charles can read music either. Steve can't read no music, and look at how gifted they are. And I'm saying that, I'm jokingly saying it because, Stevie, he can take a joke. He's always joking. But I say this because you can't let the inability stop you from what you are able to do. And you take what you're able to do and beat it up, man, and you do it to the best of your ability. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. You do what you can do and do it to the best of your ability. Do it to the fullest, man. And after you've done all you can, you stay. It's that simple.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.